lower baggage compartment's closed in, all buttoned up, and starting to put the upper rear baggage compartment together. I've got the right side panels in here, and they're screwed down. The floorboard is in, and I've got this little shield transom put in. The baggage compartment floor I put in two, or four actually, two on each side, tie down rings. They got backing plates on them on the back side of the plywood. I've got the, like I said, the floors all, the walls, the side panels are all buttoned down on the right side, down through the floor, and that goes down into the panels on the lower baggage compartment. I put the mounts in for the ELT here, and then for the tracker and for the cell phone extender. Those are in. They've got doublers underneath the floor there, aluminum plates underneath the floor, and then the ELT is got one nut plate tied right into the airframe there. There's one tab welded onto a cross tube there that goes underneath the floorboard, and I just tied that one right to it, so it's a solid mount, as well as having a doubler underneath it to hold it down. And we've got tie down rings there with a loop with a ring in it on the right side, and another one back there in the back corner. And then there's one over here opposite the one in the front, and there'll be one in the back corner, but that one goes through that left hand side panel when it goes in. Well, there's the parts that were painted. It's kind of all together now, or not all together, but together. I still have to put these top pieces in. They still need to be screwed into the side panels and then pop riveted into the top. But I've got all the side panels in, got my tie down rings in front and rear. Yeah, probably too dark in there to, anyway, I've got a cargo net in there tied down to it. So I got that left hand panel all in, and before I put it in, I had to put these, well, I didn't have to put all of them in, but I did it anyway. I had to put these pulleys in for the flaps. Now that one there, had to have it in to make sure there was nothing in the panels that would interfere with it, and it looks good. So anyway, it's in. I had to go up to the other airplane and take out the pulleys on it, and to get those washers off. I didn't order those washers, and so I went up to the other airplane and took it apart and got those, and then I cleaned them up and powder coated them. You can see, there we go. See that? They look pretty good. They were in good shape. The pulleys for the most part were in good shape. I had one of them that had a little bit of rust on it, but these are brand new pulleys. So I've got the cable run down here, and put this this pulley in, and then it's down to where the flap lever will be. There's a rear panel in. Now I got to put the, I've got one more thing to do before I put those top panels on, and that's I've got a stud in there for a ground. I run that into that. It's on that stainless steel, and I run it into the fuselage for a ground. So I've got to put a ground wire onto that, and so that's the last thing I've got to do before I can finish buttoning up this baggage compartment. Well, the rear baggage compartments, both upper and lower, are closed in. Got it pretty much done. The last thing was to put these top covers on, and they're got nut plates on them and screwed in from the side panels into these, so side panels can be unscrewed and taken out if necessary, but it wasn't practical to do that with the top panels, so I pop riveted those into the formers, and they're all made so they're overlapped like shingles, so any moisture coming down off of this should run right down off and to the outside. Any condensation or anything that might come in out here. So there's that. This lower one will be open to the cabin. Of course, we've got tie downs there. We'll have more tie downs on it to tie down any cargo, but the bottom one is going to be open to the cabin, and the top one will be closed off on this end, and I'll probably put a door on it so we can get access, easier access to those radios like the ELT, but it'll have an side door right there for access to it. So it's going to be mainly for lightweight gear, rain gear, stuff like that, lunches, whatever. But it's a big space when you get it all closed in and get to looking at it. The left side.